everyone, and welcome to the Music is Our Hero podcast, hosted by Grammy Award winner Drea Young. This is the spot where we celebrate creativity, share stories, and lift each other up in the arts. Each episode will dive into conversations that inspire, empower, and spark new ideas, because art isn't just about what we make, it's about the community we build together. So grab a seat, get comfy, and let's grow in creativity side by side. The Music is Our Hero podcast for creativity, community, and inspiration come to life.
All right, here I am today with Shattered Figures. That is this band that I don't know much about, but I know they're a band. Where are we? Collingswood? Collinsville. Coatesville. I can't remember that for the life of me. It was like a little drive, but I'm super excited to be here with you guys. We have Mark. And what do you do in the band?
I play guitar. I do a little singing.
Okay. And then we have Charlie-Ann.
He does so much more than that. But
Does
also,
he? What else does he do?
You know, he writes songs. He mixes, masters the music, produces.
So this album that's sitting in my lap, you mixed and mastered?
I mixed and mastered the album.
Oh my God. Which I listened to while setting up, and it sounds phenomenal. So good job on that. Yeah. And then what do you do in the band?
I sing.
You sing. And you're like the wild front woman, right?
I'm the
I've
wild
seen you perform a few times
and
when you
dance.
Go into your character.
Yes.
Which is important.
Yeah.
Otherwise you don't feel it. You're like just a human on stage trying.
Yeah. You know, people get tired of watching somebody just stand there.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we have Dan on the drums, obviously. Yeah. How long have you been with the band?
2 years.
2 years. Okay.
They found me on the side of the road in Ardmore.
Yeah, well, those are usually the best drummers. You were out there probably, what do they call that, busking?
No, I should.
No, you weren't. You should have been.
On a whim, and got a call.
He was an open mic.
Next day.
Open jam.
Yeah.
Oh, he was an open jam drummer. And what happened?
Jam.
Well, we needed a replacement drummer very, very quickly.
I feel like
Very
do
quickly.
I know about
like
this?
we
Do you
had
remember this? Yeah.
we had like 10 days before two shows coming up, and we needed somebody pronto. And he showed up at the jam along with like maybe 3 or 4 other drummers that night.
Okay.
And I said, I think that I might know a guy that can handle this. So we messaged him, and he came to the rescue, and now he has been rescuing us ever since.
Wow, I love that. A rescue story.
And it was good that it worked out.
Who, but
I just
Each
want to
other.
say,
Each
because
other.
right before I was about to drive out to Dan's for the first time to practice, Char's like, now don't get mad at me, but I'm not exactly 100% sure it's the same person I was thinking of originally. So I'm not exactly sure who we're going to go play with. And then in my head, I was like, oh, this guy's going to be terrible. Like, I don't know who it was, just like convinced that it was just going to be.
It could have been.
and
Some
they,
sort
they
of
were like,
disaster.
well, we could rent a space like in Roxborough or whatever. And I'm like, I got a PA and drums set up in my living room. That means I don't have to pack anything. So come to my house.
That's like Char's got that set up right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
nice.
this is the studio Chez Char.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's the name.
Sure.
Yeah. And then we got Jeff on the bass, right?
Yep.
And that's and anything else?
That I'm playing now. Sometimes
I'll play percussion. So whenever they request it, I do little hand drums or
Okay.
fun stuff like that.
All right, cool. I love it. All right, so like when did this band actually start? Who's the original? I know Dan's not.
The two of us started the band in 1999. We were in a previous band that had just broken up.
And we were looking to start something new. So we started the band with a couple of other people at the time.
And been off and on with different people doing different things, 15 to 18 years of complete inactivity. But we started playing again around pandemic.
Yeah.
The two of you?
The two
Yeah,
of us.
so it
Okay.
was Mark and I way back in the day.
Yeah.
99 and then
And Jeff was also at some point also
Playing
playing
in the band too.
back in
Back in the early
2003.
2000s, yeah.
So Jeff
Okay.
also has a
Longer
longer
history.
Long history. Okay.
back in the day. We started playing again after not doing any music together for
So when you
years.
guys were doing it like 20 years ago, was it a hobby? Were you guys actually playing out? Like how far did it go? Or
we played
or you can-
out. We
played
actually
out.
played venues that people know of now in the city. You know,
Yeah.
we played the Khyber Pass at the
Oh,
time.
okay.
We played Dobbs, but at the time it was Pontiac Grill. We
Okay.
played where else? Oh, Grape Room. but it was the Grape Street
Grape Street
Pub.
Pub.
Yeah.
So we played at some of the local venues that are now open today, but different variations of them.
Yeah.
20 some years ago.
Yeah.
But it was a different band. It was still kind of, it was a 4-piece. It was
it
rock.
always
It was
Shattered Figures?
Yes.
Yeah, early
Okay.
Shattered Figures. And then, like Mark mentioned, there was about a 20-year hiatus. For me, I was out of sight and mind for 20 years. And then around the pandemic, Mark and I actually met back up. We actually met each other back up at a Smashing Pumpkins concert.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then we ended up talking, and he said, "Hey, I'd like you to throw a couple harmony parts down on songs that I did over the last, 20 years that you were away." And then we started making more music, started going to open mics, ended up at the Fire,
Right.
where we met you.
Right.
And that was one of our earliest times, recently, just the two of us, a duo, going out and trying to do it again.
And when you guys were at that point, were you doing original material? Were you doing covers?
Both.
What?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you slide in some original.
Yes.
So what about now? What are the shows like? I haven't really seen. Are you
Now
guys?
We're not allowed to play covers anymore.
You don't do covers anymore?
Yeah.
That's my rule. We occasionally will throw one in. We
Okay.
will-
Well, that's cool. Then you've made it.
It's
this
Char's,
far.
it's Char's rule, not
my rule.
mine.
My rule is no. I mean, I'm okay with one, but if we're doing 30 to 45 minutes of a show, I'd rather showcase what we're doing and what we're passionate about than just regurgitating something that's already
Okay. So
been
you're not
done.
really. So if it's a gig that's 4 hours long at a restaurant, you're doing covers probably.
Probably,
More
but we
covers.
don't do that anymore. We haven't even
don't?
been. Yeah, we're.
I mean,
we're
we
just-
would.
Cool.
we're not opposed.
Nobody
to
wants us
doing
to be
it.
at a restaurant for
Yeah,
free.
yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's just when they wanted us to play covers.
Well, that's super cool though. You guys have made it to that point. So Jeff, you've been around. So when you guys got back into it, it was just the two of you for a minute, right? But but you've been playing with them, or were you playing with them? Because I only remember seeing the two of you
Yeah.
often, and I guess she would be there too. I can't remember.
I think no. We started maybe a year of
Probably
the two
a year,
of us.
right? And then after about a year, I reached out to Jeff because, like I said, Jeff actually and I had played together in a different format of Shattered Figures.
Okay.
At a different point around 2003, 2004. So I reached out and said, "Hey, do you want to play with us?" So, and then Jeff just got back in the fold.
And it was
Just like
it was a trio at that point. It was just guitar, bass, and Jeff would occasionally do a little percussion.
sort of like a bass and
Percussion, right? And we play acoustics, kind of acoustic electric hybrid.
Yeah.
eventually added drums and played with a different drummer for a year. And, again.
Then eventually met Dan, and I think Dan, well, I don't think Dan, I know Dan completed the band. It kind of brought us where we are here, and I think
This is just the best version.
of the band.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that. And I'm holding here the album that they just put out in October, which is what is it, like 12? Is that
Yep.
It's our 12th
is it-
release, believe it or
okay?
not.
So that's okay.
yeah.
So that's how you say it, 12.
Yeah.
So they gave you a record and a CD, which is super cool. And the record is in here, and it's red. So super happy for you guys. That is so cool. Records and CDs, and I think I even read tapes. I don't know if it's true. I don't know what's true at all ever.
No,
in
no
2020.
tapes.
But I know no tapes. They melt in the sun. But but these things are coming back, like physical copies, because the kids, they're sick of not being able to hold what they have. So
Yeah.
the kids are like bringing it back. So they gifted me these. So thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about this album. So how long were you guys working on it?
So
And by the way, actually, before we start that, look at this artwork. Super cool. They hired who?
so her name is Oriana Harris. I actually found her locally here in Coatesville. She's 16 years old, and she hand drew all of that with charcoal. So it's all hand done with charcoal, the front and the back art, by a 16-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Local
we love
artist.
that.
Yeah.
We love support. We love the arts, and we love
Supporting one another.
supporting one another. And it's awesome to watch as time keeps going with all that happening. So, all right. So the album. So who like normally starts the skeleton of a song? Do you guys all do it together? What is the process?
It starts with Mark.
Darn
Jen-
it.
well, sometimes it starts with me with lyrics, but the majority of the times it starts with, Mark and a riff
Okay, so you mostly write all the lyrics.
or lyrics. Right?
Or you kind
well,
of
no,
It's like
Mark,
a half and
Mark,
half.
Mark
Yeah,
writes
yeah.
a lot of lyrics.
I'd
as
say like
well.
right now we're like
50-50.
I mean, I'd say that album was
64. You wrote 60% of the lyrics. I wrote 40. I think would be
Yeah.
breakdown on that album.
When you write songs, are they usually personal, or do you also put yourself in other people's shoes, or is it like a mix? Like, do you tell stories that aren't always your own?
It's a mix. I think when they're not my own, I'm still touched by them. If someone I'm close to maybe goes through something, then I write kind of feeling that empathy for them.
And then what about you when you write? Is it more like you're...
For me, it's generally something I'm going through. So I don't know that yet. I don't know that I've written any lyrics to anything that were about someone else's experience. So they've all been about my own.
Are your songs a lot of times, are they like happy songs, or are they like...
No.
Okay. No, I didn't. Well, yeah. So like, so if you ended like, so if you're writing like in the moment, you know, and that means something's going on with you.
Yeah.
And
Sometimes, well,
if you get happy, if you have this happy little life, perfect life, do you think you'd still be writing?
you know, I think about that sometimes because I've been happier in the past year than I have been in a while. But what I find is that, you know, nobody's happy all the time. You know,
Right.
so like even if it's just like one day I don't feel happy. And again, I'm sure that people write happy songs, but for me, what comes out is generally in a moment where I need to process something, like where I'm not dealing or coping with something, where I need to say, okay, you know, I don't feel right and I can't figure out why. And then just words spill out,
Yeah.
you know, and then I generally feel better.
How long do they all take different times, I guess?
Yeah, some songs I feel like they write themselves where you feel like you're just taking it from somewhere, like it's just coming to you and you're just hearing it all. And other songs are like I said, things that are maybe one of the songs. All of these songs were written recently, except for one. One of the songs in the album I actually wrote back in 1999, maybe. A pretty long time ago.
So
Some songs
take a little longer than others.
Yeah. And then what is the what's the recording process like? Like you also said you record everything, right? What is something that is like something that's really interesting that maybe no one would know about the process of you guys like recording this album?
Sam Pinola.
Yeah, Sam
I think
Pinola.
it's important to mention
Who's that?
recorded this
He's a
album.
wizard.
Okay.
Sam's a good friend now of ours. Over the last year, we got to know him better. But he has a studio called New Sofa Studio. It's basically a garage by his house, and he did all of the recording as far as we went in and he set up all of the mics and he had his whole, setup for I don't know what you call that. PA. Recording, yeah.
Wait, what?
The equipment, the recording.
Sam
equipment.
has his own band. He also has a local band called Applied Knowledge. They're fantastic. And Sam heard us, and he just really liked us, and he approached us and said, "Would you like some help recording?" Up until this point, everything that we've ever recorded, I've recorded.
Okay.
But that's not my strong point. I feel like I'm good at mixing, but not necessarily recording. But I've done the best I can.
Yeah.
But I was really intrigued at the idea of someone else who knows what they're doing will actually bring us in and record us. I still was going to mix it and master it, but he has different equipment. He did a lot more organic stuff.
He captured what we sound like.
Right, which is the
Absolutely.
best thing to do.
Yeah. He would keep 6 or 7 takes of something and then throw them all out there and have them playing together. So things like that.
Yeah.
And he would help with arrangements.
Double mic.
Right.
Oh yeah.
He had a lot of interesting recording equipment, and some of it would just be something like as simple as a microphone. So one of the microphones was a figure 8, and basically he had for one of the songs, "Hate." Right? Yeah, it was "Hate." He had the two of us, me and Mark, singing our parts together. So we both sing all the lines of the song in harmony, and he had us standing face to face with a figure 8 mic between ourselves, recording our vocals at the same time, which is not how we normally do it.
Right.
We would normally.
What do you mean you guys don't normally just
Yeah, we
stand?
don't gaze into each other's eyes, doing
Not that kind of band.
So it was a
folks.
whole, did you close your eyes when you were doing it?
At
Mark
least I think I was staring at the corner or something.
I
Mark
can't.
felt awkward. I was like, I'm staring
Was
you
it
down.
feeling it was getting uncomfortable?
She's a little bit more comfortable about those things.
Yeah,
so
yeah, she would.
I'm-
Yeah,
Yeah.
Star's a little more open.
Exactly. I'm a little bit like the
You're like, okay, you're seeing into my soul, and I'm not comfortable with that.
But
that is super cool. So that's what's important about, like, I don't know everything this guy has, but like, people going to a place with nice microphones and equipment like that to record. Because if you do know how to mix and master, there's just ways that everyone could still work together. Like in the big studios, like I'm now working out of Drowning Fish, and like one mic is $13,000. But when I heard it's like, really does matter, and it makes the mixing job way easier. That's a cool thing, and that was Sam
Panola and
Panola.
Yeah, and he. I mean, there's a million ways. Back to your point of like people who might not know about recording, or and again, I don't know that much about recording, right?
But you're doing it,
but
so
we're doing
something.
it. But there are a million ways to approach it. I mean, some bands want to just do it live together, so they might all be performing at the same time, capturing it all at the same time. Other bands are breaking it down. Some people, when it comes to vocals, are doing it line for line.
Right.
and they're fixing and correcting in the
There's
moment.
so many ways to do it.
Yeah. So I mean, with us, it was like drums. You lay the drums part down, and actually, while that's happening, Jeff and Mark are playing bass and guitar, so Dan knows where he is in the song, but it's not recording at the same time. No, we were all together, but their instruments were off, but through our mic, through our headphones. I mean,
I could hear them in the can, so we did scratch tracks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we built
okay.
from
So,
that.
you were playing while you were recording, but you weren't necessarily using
and
those.
not using those ones. And then we went in and did the bass lines, and then guitar, and then the vocals. But again, doing something like that figure eight, you have two vocalists singing at the same time. If one of you messes up, you have to do it again because you're not going to take that take. So it's you got to get
which is an important thing with studio is go prepared.
Yeah, absolutely.
Time is money. So how'd you guys do?
We were not prepared, but
we were prepared.
But no,
oh man,
no, we did a great job. I just meant that we didn't spend a lot of time polishing things to go in as maybe we could have. However, we didn't really need to. I felt that we really pulled it off. We took a lot of the songs were like the first take, believe it or not. And
That's great.
even though we said tracks, after the first couple songs, I think a lot of your bass tracks were just live with Dan. So those were actually just taken. A couple of the songs.
Jeff was like one take wonder.
The first song, I know that some of the guitar
That's
tracks
great.
were the scratch tracks that like they just Sam was like, "Oh, those sound really good.
Let's just leave them." So
that's great. Yeah.
So we didn't really like we could like nail the songs pretty quickly, which was pretty neat. And so even though it took a while, and that was just because of availability, we only did it over 4 days. We had 4 days in the studio, and then I recorded.
Wow,
You're not
that
even
right?
in
I
a row.
recorded probably another,
And it was so fun, right?
Yeah.
and I did like another
fun.
probably 5 or 6 hours
Hours
in my house, just finishing up
some things.
Oh, that's good.
piano and.
But
some
then
extra guitar
mixing took
stuff.
forever.
Oh yes. Okay, I thought you meant 5, 6 hours.
No.
that's
Oh, no.
Mixing
Oh, yeah,
was
yeah.
like,
No, nightmare.
Mark could keep
He's for-
mixing for the end of time and
Well,
say
that's
he's
like
just
every-
fixing one last thing,
Yeah. So let's talk to you guys for a second. So Jeff, so as far as this album, so they write the songs, and then what happens? What do you do?
Well,
You just jam out?
Mark and I, we like throw ideas back and
Or
forth.
when we're working on stuff together,
Okay.
I don't always want to
play exactly what you tell me to.
So like,
As you
I
should.
don't know. I play around. I transpose things. Or it's like, oh, maybe I'll play by tapping. Maybe I'll play.
Doing something a little bit funky or doing something that's not expected. And sometimes that works. And that's what we got on this album.
Yeah. So you put like your flair into it. Yeah. And then the drums. So I guess you guys work because the songs are happening, and then I guess they send them to you guys.
Yeah,
Like,
in
what
a
it had
in a
in the
demo,
research.
Mark will send a little demo like in a YouTube clip or something, or in a file, and then just for us to hear the demo. And that's always fun because it's a electronic drum that is not going to be what the drums sound like at all.
Or just you jamming over the phone's microphone. Like the other day, he just like sent me a riff, and I'm like, oh, I can do something with that.
Right.
Yeah. But
Or
yeah,
I'm
he'll
pitch
send
shifting
me-
my voice to sound like her. So
Yeah,
I'm singing
that's
something that I
always
know is
fun.
going to be her, and it sounds absolutely ridiculous.
But usually when I get to demos, they have a drum machine.
Yeah.
The same beat. It's just something to keep time.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He just everybody lets me kind of try to figure out what I'm going to do with it, and I'll mess around. If it doesn't work, I'll do something different.
Yeah.
I like to follow the lyrics a lot because they're telling stories, and I want to either bring it down to tell the story, or punctuate something, like
Yeah.
anger or happiness or joy or whatever, so instead of just bashing away sometimes. But then sometimes she's angry and I just bash away.
Yeah. Well, you're going with the
serve
lyrics.
the song.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like, your kids, like they're always the best ones in the world, but like we love our band. So we all obviously think that, our band members are amazing. We love them but I will say it's not lost on me that when we play out, I'm approached almost every show by one person that says, you have like probably the best bass player in this whole area in your band, right? And it's, I mean, really, like, he has a very unique style and an awesome style and playing bass and your hair is
Glorious.
Your hair is competing with mine constantly on stage. It's not fair.
You use Pantene.
But and also and to Dan as well, the difference between some of the drummers we've worked in the past and him, it's just light years apart because Dan is an exceptional timekeeper, but he also just dynamics. It's everything. Being able to come to be quiet or to express yourself loudly and recognize where that makes sense in the song and serve the song.
Nice. So if somebody listens to this podcast and just learns about you guys, what is one of the first songs you would say to check out on your album?
Say track 1.
One is the one?
Start off
your
with the first
ex-girlfriend?
song.
One. I don't
Is that
know.
the one you like?
I don't know. I mean, I don't.
You like them all?
I like them all, but like honestly, I go through phases. But I don't know. I
What
like
about
them
you
all.
guys?
I really like Hang Your Head.
Yeah, that would be a
Hang
hard
your head.
call.
Okay, I heard the whole thing. All right, so track 1 or if you're on the CD, what is that? 8?
Yeah.
So Hang Your Head and Your Ex-Girlfriend.
But we've got some fans that swear by Bloodletting. I mean, they will tell you that is just the best track on there.
I have
and
to
then
listen to this in the car on the way
I know,
home.
I'm telling. And then me,
And then
I
let you
do
know.
like Reason Lies. That is one of mine too.
So we only have a few left that we haven't said.
So
ones.
all of them.
All of them. Listen to the whole.
So every single
listen
one.
to the whole album. The album is 12. You can find it everywhere. You guys have more hard copies?
We do.
Okay, so if you see them at a show, you can buy one. But otherwise, streaming on all the places and check out Shattered Figures' latest release. What's like a huge, like unforgettable moment of like a show that you guys have done, negative or positive? I would like both, actually.
Oh,
I would
awesome.
love a little juice.
We will leave names of people and venues out.
Yeah, you can do that. Just talk. Yeah.
But
ahead,
who wants to go positive and who wants to go?
Philly View Studios.
That was
Their
There we go.
stage is
Positive.
dope.
Positive.
Their lighting is dope. Their
Philly,
sound
what is it?
dope.
Philly View Studios.
Okay. What is
It was
that? I've
actually
never-
a live stream. That's one of the main things the studio is trying to do to get bands to come in, live stream their shows. So we got to be one of the first bands that did that. They are in Audubon or Trooper,
Eagleville.
I believe Eagleville area.
Oh yeah, Eagleville.
Eagleville.
And
Mm.
that
I
was
don't even know
great.
where that's
You're
at.
right on Trooper Road as you cross Germantown, where you can actually see the skyline of Philly up on the hill there.
Okay.
Go a little across Germantown and
Philly
you're on the right hand
view.
side. Yeah.
Mhm.
View Studio.
Okay, it's coming together.
Wow. I
I didn't know till
I
right now.
didn't actually put that together until right now.
Wow. Well, you know.
That's a
On a-
good one.
on a-
Dan.
on a-
So
on a clear day,
Philly View
you
was
can
a great
see the
experience. So
skyline.
great sound, great this. What else? What else was so great about this Philly View thing?
I mean,
Everything.
Or it was just a great experience?
honestly, yeah. Just
So
again,
you guys had a show, like people were there, obviously?
Yeah.
Or it
yeah.
was just a streaming. So how many people could be at the show?
We
Is it like
invited.
a-
It was a private, kind of private invite.
Okay.
It wasn't public open show.
Okay,
but
so
it was
only so many people could come because
Yeah, I
it's, a stu-
think
it's an
we might
actual
add some, like-
studio.
yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful
All right,
studio.
cool.
But yeah, I think we probably had like 20 people there or so, and little BYB and just people kind of hanging out almost in a really intimate club setting. you
Yeah.
know? And huge stage, great lights, great sound, good people, great networking. Because again, actually, not to bring him up again, but Sam Pinola's band Applied Knowledge played there. That's how we got connected with Philly View. That's how we got our show there. And then, we were paying it forward to the people that we know that we played with in the past. So just really neat spot.
Cool.
Mhm.
Cool. I'm gonna have to check it out. So okay, so that's a cool little story. So what's something that's like, an experience that's maybe not as happy sounding?
So again, so we unfortunately had one show that was just put it this way. We were about 30 minutes. No, we not even that far in. 20 some minutes into our set. Okay.
Back up a
All right,
little.
we'll back up.
We were going to play inside.
We
and
were.
then at the last minute,
We were told we were going to be outside.
which
Oh.
normally is okay, but it was just very cold out.
It was cold.
Yeah, was it October?
We weren't
November
anticipating
already?
being
So okay, wait. You're supposed to
outside.
play inside, and you're told outside. Now and it's October.
No, it was April.
Oh, okay.
It was April.
It was a cold month.
But it was
I remember
cold.
that.
It was April,
It
but
was not a
it was
day for
a cold
outdoor.
day. Yeah,
It
and
wasn't an outdoor band.
Okay,
And-
so
and
how
when
did you handle this? What happened?
we do everything
So it was
that
a bunch
we.
of bands.
It was a bunch of
bunch
A
of
bands.
bunch of bands, and everyone have to play outside.
No.
They were alternating, so I guess they didn't have to
They
do
were
all that.
Alternating. So what?
alternating.
So because they didn't think of turnover time.
No.
Why were we alternating?
There was some, without getting into specifics, some bands wound up inside that were supposed to be outside. Some bands wound up outside that were supposed to be inside. Some bands played very
Way-
long sets.
Way too longer inside. than they
and just
were
things kind of
supposed
fell
to.
apart. So when we got there, that's
So you're
when we
saying
were-
I would have lost my hair.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You would have been fighting
yeah,
people. Dre.
Yeah.
I probably would have left.
So we show up and now we're playing outside, but we're just trying to roll with it.
Yeah,
It's
we're
fine.
rolling with
now,
it.
Okay, so now
So then, we get ourselves set up. We're ready to go. We're told that I think we were told we had 45 minutes or almost an hour.
And you're set up outside.
And we're
Set
set
up
up
Okay, I'm just
outside.
making sure you didn't set up inside.
Nope,
and then
we're
told
outside,
And there's no
and it's
lights.
raining, and
It's
it's
raining?
also like
Raining.
not
Is
pouring,
there-
but
is
it's
there a tarp?
misting. It's damp.
There's a tarp.
There's a
over
tarp.
us though, but
Not
not
over
the
where the-
crowd. So nobody
Yeah,
wants to.
it's cold.
stay
No
There's
one
only a
wants to
few
stay outside
people.
and listen to you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
but people
Yeah.
did.
They
they
did.
did.
But people did.
Yeah.
They and
Oh,
and
good.
for
Enough
them,
alcohol, people will do anything.
Exactly.
yeah, and good friendships, right?
I know I'm playing.
Yeah,
I'm
so
I'm being
but,
smart.
so we're outside, we're covered, but it is misting. It's
No
freezing
lights,
cold.
pitch
There's
black.
not much lights. Yeah, so we're told we have
Like
this hour
8:15
set.
at night in an April.
So you figure what that would look like. Like,
Yeah.
Dark, pitch black, no light,
Yeah, and
raining.
then and so we're doing our set. So we're going along, and I think we were about 20 minutes into this hour-long set that we were promised, and we were finishing up a song, and when the song ended, all the power went out. So like someone just pulled the plug with all the instruments,
Oh, and the
pedal
string lights, 'cause there was
boards,
a little light. There was
amps,
string lights over the
everything's
tarp.
plugged in. They just put, now first off, just from a technical standpoint, you don't really do that to instruments. You don't just cut the power with everything.
I would destroy somebody.
Yeah. And it was and all we hear is good show, guys. Nice set. Have a good one. Thanks a lot. Thanks for being here.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So how did you guys handle this?
We
Need some advice for anybody out there that has
we
not
said
had
a
to deal
lot
with
of
something.
we said a lot of things.
A lot of things? Okay.
We just to each other. We didn't get angry or cause any fights, but we said a lot of things to each other, which and then we packed our things up and we left. And
to be fair, I gave polite feedback, just saying this was our experience. It wasn't great, and they did apologize and they did offer to have us back and all kinds of things. So again,
so they tried.
they were
to,
very
to
nice.
compensate, but
yeah, it's just a lot of things just went wrong that day, and
it was just an experience.
Something went wrong that day a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys drink alcohol? No.
I do.
You do? I didn't.
I do.
And Mark, do you?
I mean,
Sometimes?
yeah, sometimes maybe once a month.
I was just wondering, do you
Yeah.
guys when you perform live or do the studio or anything like that?
No.
Is
No.
there alcohol involved?
No.
I don't drink.
Back when we first started with open mics, I would, I'd go out and have drinks before the open mic, but now, no.
So you realize, yeah,
because
it's
personally,
serious.
I think it never helps your performance.
Never.
I cannot think of
really
a
never
scenario where
does.
anyone improves under the influence of something. You're always going to be the best performer of yourself
Right.
without that.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think you're a little bit better, and to be honest, sometimes that does make you a little better.
The
maybe
liquid
just
cur-
with the
yeah,
confidence.
it's only
There's
you
a
can only have a beer or
threshold.
two. You can't be going in
Right.
shots
Right.
and
There's
stuff.
a threshold.
No.
Right.
But there's
If you need to
and it's
relax.
a very small,
Very small, like the
very
legal
small.
dosage. Of course,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah. But really, I don't even find it. For me personally, I don't get that nerve anymore. So I don't need
Yeah.
to quell the nerve with anything. I just, I
I
know
still
I'm
get
going to
it
be a
every-
better version of
I
myself
still get
with
it
that.
every
Yeah.
time.
And now that you guys, what? Go
You
ahead.
I still
get
get it every
nervous?
time. Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Oh,
I get
my.
nervous a lot, but I do
Every
too.
time.
What's like a good crowd to you guys? What do you like from a crowd?
More than 2 people.
Actually, we haven't even. Hold on a second. What'd you say?
More than 2 people.
Yeah, that is great. Actually, we haven't even talked about your sound. What is your sound? Like, if you describe Shattered Figures, what kind of sound is it?
I mean, we file ourselves under alternative rock as far as genre goes, if you're going to put us in a category. I mean, Mark can expand even more on that.
I don't know. I always just like to say hard rock. I mean, but I get it, like alternative rock.
I don't think it's hard. I just listened to the album while I was
It's
setting
indie.
up.
For sure.
It's definitely alternative.
Yeah.
rock with like the grunginess.
Yeah.
vocals.
I mean, most of us at our age point.
The very 90s.
Yeah. But we're coming from that. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's a lot. I mean, we all actually listen to very diverse and different music. I mean, Jeff maybe more so, and Dan even more so. Me and Mark have a lot of similarities in taste because a lot of my music I learned from Mark, knowing him as long as I have.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of what we do comes from that 90s alternative grunge era, but there's more than that because, we have a lot of, there are some people that might throw out folky, or they might even, again, we do get very heavy and loud at times. So I think it's pretty diverse.
Yeah, so it's people that like that kind of music, like alternative rock, heavy, and what kind of crowd? What kind of crowds do you get? Like, what's a good crowd? More than 2 people is a good answer.
Yeah, more than 2 people. I thought the last we just played at the Warehouse in Swarthmore, and I thought that was an example of a good crowd. Not by number per se, but it was a crowd that came out to see music. It was a crowd that was interested in original music. It was not there's no alcohol at this place, so if you come, you're not
BYO.
It's
Yeah.
BYOB, but you're coming and you're not expecting. You're sort of you're going to see independent music. That's what you're.
Yeah, the artists and performers are not background noise to everybody trying to get drunk.
Yeah, they're
or
actually like,
both,
we want
whatever.
original.
Right, they came out to see people perform music
yeah.
intentionally.
It was nice to play to an audience that was paying attention.
Yeah, they come
Yeah.
with purpose and intent to actually watch music, so
Yeah.
they're engaged.
Hey, it's
Yeah.
the fifth figure.
It's difficult when people are not there to be engaged. They're there for some other reason, like Dan mentioned, like you go out just to drink at a bar. That's not. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but again, it kind of boils down to the venues.
Yeah.
What we're finding lately is that, again, going back to the cover versus original, cover bars and cover scenes are very specific.
Right.
Venues, music venues are all about doing, what we want, which is supporting new music and having a place where people actually come to be engaged, to listen to something new, and to not say, oh, I want to hear that song I know. They'll listen and go, wow, what's that song? And I want to know more, and I want to expand maybe my music knowledge and hear something different.
Yeah. So who's the perfectionist? How did I know?
I'm
What
glad you
do
raised
you
your
guys
hand.
do when there's like so they obviously lead it, I feel like. What do you guys do? Is there ever creative disagreements? How do those go? Not, or are you guys so matured in your band that you're just
No.
that was a nice strong no.
That's
Okay.
Mom and Dad over here, we know.
Oh my!
I think there's creative disagreements, but ultimately, and I don't know why, but what I guess I hope that we know that eventually we'll get to the same place.
Yeah.
Because we have the same.
If you
goals
had
and
something like,
same
let's say you were talking to like your 25-year-old selves or like some 25-year-olds, and you had like some type of advice in the world of, because being in a band is a lot. Like you have to figure out scheduling, you have to get along, you have to practice, so it's a lot of work. Like what is something, like if there was a creative disagreement, or like let's just go on that, like how is some way you can handle it that doesn't end up disrupting the whole band?
Don't do it over text.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
Because you
that's
can't.
good.
Don't do anything that's serious over text.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, like, don't forget, nonverbal communication is a huge deal. And when you can't see what a person's
Right.
saying,
I hate it.
Yeah, it's
I
really
get it.
tough. You know, someone could say something literally because they're about to jump in their car, so they answer quickly. But everybody's response to that is, "Wow, that was rude."
Yeah,
you know, and it really wasn't meant that way. And I think, you know, I mean, communication's hard in every kind of way in all kinds of relationships, but in a band, you have to communicate. And I think for me personally, it boils down to, are you having fun? And if you're not having fun anymore, then there's probably no purpose to continue. You know, you should be having fun. You should be enjoying creating music.
Yeah.
And you should be doing it just to serve the song.
Yeah. You guys have full blown lives too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so
Sure.
you're in a band, and then you have to juggle your. What are your other? What else? What else is your life? What's your? This is your life.
I do a lot of things. I work for a newspaper. I work for a magazine. I'm an architectural photographer. I'm in 2 different garden clubs and this band. And I'm married. So that's a lot of things.
That's a lot of things. So how do you juggle your?
I don't know.
You don't know, but you get it all done.
I get it all done.
You get it all done.
It's a lot. Like,
do you guys have to practice a lot, or like
we do
are you
practice.
pretty?
We do practice on our own, and we come
And then you
together
come
every
together.
couple of weeks. So.
Do you guys all live close?
No, I'm up
In Princeton.
New Jersey?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So you're
I'm,
But I
in,
used to
farther
live
than
around here.
I'm in Lansdale.
and you're in Lansdale. Oh, so it's a little drive.
I'm in Delco.
Oh, okay. So you're the one that's like, you guys are all over.
Well,
all
we
over
were
now.
practicing at Dan's for a while, and then for other circumstances, at the moment, we're practicing here at my house. But we'll
Oh, you
shift
don't always
around.
practice here. It's just happening right now.
Yeah, for a little while. But we were at Dan's for a little while, and we've also at times used studios, where it would be a little bit more convenient for people to meet. We don't really care where we practice, but we do tend to practice. I would say we either play or practice together weekly.
That's good.
Either we
You
have
have
a
to.
show or we have practice. So,
Yeah, that's about
Which is almost like a practice,
yeah,
but it's not the show.
Yeah.
right.
yeah.
Is there any times that you guys are like, you know what, screw this, I quit? You were gone for 20 years, so it's
Yeah.
almost like quitting.
Yeah. I mean, I did.
You said 20 years, right?
Yeah, 20 years. 20 years music was completely out of my life. And
Completely.
yeah, I mean,
Sounds crazy.
yeah, it was pretty bad.
Were you in a relationship?
I was, but that wasn't not for the
That
whole 20,
wasn't-
not for the whole 20. So
Okay.
it wasn't really that. It was more of just like, just going different directions with things and thinking maybe that I had to have better responsibilities or different responsibilities, putting the idea of like education and career
Oh.
first. And
Yeah,
now
you got established, and now here you are.
yeah, and now, well, and not even that, but
It
now
kinda
I'm
worked
like,
out.
this is it, one life, and I'd rather do the things that make me happy as much as I can. The other thing just pays the bills for a little bit.
Yeah.
And maybe those things had to happen because, again, we are having the most fun I think we've ever had in this band. But anyway, we got to this point somehow, and it's ultimately we're just having a lot of fun. I think that's why we pivoted away from covers. We have more fun when we play our own stuff.
So what are you doing day to day, Dan?
I am a maintenance technician at a retirement community, a 100-acre campus.
Oh, okay.
So
So is
if I
it
show
like
up, it's because you broke something.
okay? You're fixing things.
Yes.
That's great. You also host an open jam.
I do. I do host an open jam at the Rusty Nail the last Thursday of every month. And basically it started out as just a regular open jam, which I get really specific about this. It is an open jam, not an open mic.
Right.
So there's no signups. There's no, you don't come in and get 15 minutes where the stage clears and you do your 3 songs you learned. You come in, you collaborate with other musicians, you play with other musicians, support other musicians, come out of your comfort zone sometimes
There's
because
an entire back
you didn't
line,
practice.
which was
yeah.
important to me showing up that night.
Well, yeah, there's a whole back line, but you didn't practice. You're
oh, you
you're
mean
making
the
it up.
venue has a whole back line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
drums
So you
and
don't have to
everything.
bring the
So
drums
it's
or
very
anything
hard
like that.
to
Okay.
find
Yep, there's
a jam like she
keyboards.
hosts.
I bring a bass even in case somebody can't lug it with them on, public transportation, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's you get out of your comfort zone because you have to sometimes let someone else lead. Maybe you're a very strong musician and
Yeah.
you get in there and you're like, I'm going to play this and everybody's going to play along with me. It doesn't work
Right.
that way if you're playing with somebody that's just starting out. And likewise, maybe you do have to lead. Sometimes I find that it's falling apart and I look to one of my stronger players and go, help this out,
Yeah.
get it going, keep it moving. And, but yeah, it's an open jam, no signups. Last Thursday of every month at the Rusty Nail. Everyone's welcome. I try to make it inclusive of all genres, all styles of music. And what I started doing recently in the last actually year and a half is featuring a band. So a band will come out, do a 30, 45-minute set, and then kind of hang out and as needed fill in and help play with the other musicians for the jam.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun.
So what is it, like 4 hours long?
It goes from 8 to midnight. Yeah.
What's your guys' favorite venue that you've ever played at? Besides, I mean, you mentioned the Philly View, but that was like,
I love the Gem because they have fantastic sound. It's a beautiful place. They have a balcony.
yeah,
Pretty
and
neat.
that's in Spring City, and the whole experience was good.
Yes.
Like the
Yeah.
owners, the
Both
Yeah.
times.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. We've played there
Absolutely.
3 times now.
Yeah, we played inside twice and outside at the Spring
Oh,
City
that's right.
Music
Yeah, on the
Festival.
outside. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun too, right out in front of the gym.
Yeah, it's a good community there.
Good
the Spring-
community.
Yeah.
Great music community.
Yeah.
I like
Owners
the
of the
water
gym are
tower
great.
too,
But I just like the stage because it's tall and there's a riser for me, so people can see me.
what is it? The Water Tower?
The water
Yeah,
tower.
at Oaks.
Yeah.
I've never been there.
because I'm
Yeah.
always
It's a mix.
behind
it's
everything.
a mix of things. Yeah. So it's got pluses and minuses.
Yeah,
Only in that the minuses is just that it's also a fun center. It used to be called Arnold's Fun Center, and so you've got bowling alleys, which is super cool. Kind of like
yeah,
right.
Right next to the
no,
stage.
no, no, no.
side.
But I actually like that
Literally
because
right.
yeah, but you've got like the what's that bowling venue in Philadelphia right next to the Fillmore. But there's bowling alleys at that, and it's a music venue. The problem is at the Oaks one, it's all ages. So you've got like maybe people with literally infants or children running around doing like skeet ball over here, and then you're a rock band, and sometimes you don't mind your mouth or your lyrics are explicit. So you run into this like weird, do I say this word right now? There's like a 4-year-old over there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
So,
you have to, yeah. So that's at the Water Tower.
yeah.
It's more family
It-
Parts of it.
yeah.
Parts of
I
it.
just like the stage
yeah,
layout there.
that would be the only negative. It's just it's almost not sure what it wants to be. You almost wish that at 7:00 they scooted all the kiddos out and let it
Okay.
be a music venue for the late hours.
Yeah.
but that's okay. But the stage is great, sounds great, and the people there and the owners are very nice.
Cool.
Yeah, supportive.
What are your guys' plans? You guys just like chilling, rocking out, no real, it's just happening as it goes, right?
I would love to see us continue to play better venues again, and by better I mean the ones that are supporting what we're trying to do.
How about indie, like the little festivals? So I run sound for the one Grateful Day Trippers Family Reunion. Then there's the other one, the Carnival of the Arts. And like,
Oh.
I know there's a whole bunch of other.
You know Miguel.
I don't know Miguel.
Okay.
What I don't know if I do. Maybe I might be in a
think he's
chat
in
actually
charge
with
of it.
someone. What?
I think he's in charge of it.
What Carnival of the Arts?
Yeah.
So I don't.
A
I
lot
mean,
of
I
my
kind of know
friends
some people.
volunteer
I've
for-
like done
for
DJ
KOA.
sets there, and then I hang out for the days. But like things like that, like festivals like that. Are you guys involved in those a lot?
Sometimes.
We've done a couple.
Because you seem like the kind of
Community.
band that would.
We would do it.
I think.
For sure.
I think the more original music you have, the more opportunities at those kind of places are going to open up. Because you don't hear
Definitely.
cover bands at these. It's what. Have you guys ever been to Carnival of the Arts?
No.
It's so cool.
Mm-mm.
It's all just arts. It's like in the mount. It's in PA, Kempton
Okay.
Community Center, Kempton, PA. And it's awesome. It's exactly what you're talking about. Like the people that you want at your shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really super cool. So maybe that's something to.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, we would
I
love
gotta still introduce you guys. Have you guys ever met the Grateful Day Trippers? People that I'm always talking about. Once you
Ricky
connect-
Winters is
Yeah.
that? So I just through Facebook, I know and follow all that
Yeah,
that goes on, but I don't
because
believe
they have
we
a whole.
personally
That would
met
be
yet,
some good
but-
people to meet. Because then it just like snowballs. I mean, that's how I'm gonna be at the gym, and like they're very involved in that whole huge community and stand for the same thing. It's like everyone in our age group is like doing something cool.
I have a
Yeah.
friend-
You know what I mean?
I have a friend that throws festivals too.
Yeah.
I manage stage for him when he runs them. Flux Fest, Zombie Productions.
Flux Fest. I know a band, Flux Capacitor.
Yeah, that's who has.
I ran sound for them the one year at a festival because their audio engineer,
Yeah, for the
the
Speck
audio engineer was a
Brothers.
nightmare, and he left. They were headlining the second night,
And
the
he
last
just
night.
bounced.
He bounced. And then that's why I run the sound now, because I came in,
Oh,
saved the
perfect.
day.
Yeah, the
and
Speck
then-
Brothers are great guys.
But yeah. So that's cool. is there any other like plugging, like anything coming up, any, anything?
Okay, so we have what's going to be kind of a unique, fun show, I think, for us in Westchester coming up. It's going to be at a record store called Hop Fidelity.
Okay.
So we're going to be doing 2 bands, Shattered Figures Applied Knowledge from 7 to 9 p.m. At Hop Fidelity in Westchester. The reason I think that one's fun is, again, this is a record store.
What day is it?
It's a Saturday. I'm sorry, Saturday,
Friday.
March 14th.
Saturday, March
Yeah,
14th at 7.
Pi Day.
Pi Day, yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah, at 3:14.
But that's going to be different. For
It's
us,
going to be
a record store.
different, but it's an all ages free show, and it's one of those things where, again, it feels like it's being done for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And the people that are there are going to enjoy just the music and original bands, and it's just going to be a fun, different kind of show for us.
Yeah, I mean, people that go to record stores are there to listen or find music.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Cool. Is your guys' record there?
It is
Yes, it
indeed.
is there.
Yep.
Oh,
It's for sale there.
I love
Yep.
this.
It's
Yeah.
also at the Quakertown Farmers Market Record
Oh my
Revival.
God. So the Quakertown Farmers Market, I got caught shoplifting there when I was a kid. Do you guys have a website?
Yes.
So it's shatterfigures.com?
Yes.
Okay. So that's where people can find you. All right. So I'm going to ask each one of you, and maybe it's not, but if it is, you can let me know how. So let's start with Jeff. How is music your hero? Is there a way?
I wasn't my hero. It's always been part of my life. My dad's a musician too. He's been playing. I learned stuff from him over the years, like guitar and bass, and kind of like all these other instruments I've kind of gotten thrown into, like over the years.
Yeah.
My wife signed me up for different drum lessons, so I started playing like, djembe, and then I got thrown into Arabic music. So all these other things. And when I get into something, I dive in.
Yeah.
Dive in. There's instruments all over my wall at my house. Just like, so I live it.
Yeah. You just
Yeah.
live it.
I live it.
Yeah. I love that. So Dan, how's music your hero?
Same reason I grew up with. My grandparents raised me. Both were musical. My grandmother played the piano and the accordion. My grandfather was in a string band. And I was the kid in school that, can you please stop tapping on that? No, I can't. I don't know why. I'm compelled. I need to tap on stuff. Sorry, that's me.
Yeah.
Here I sit.
Yeah. So
There's
it's
a
just in
purpose
you.
to it.
Yeah. Yeah. How about you, Char?
I think for me, it boils down to the relationships that I've been able to make and keep growing through it. Because like I said, with 20 years of not having music in my life, when it came back to me now, the people that I'm closest with, Mark, Jeff, Dan, Sam, as we move forward, new people come into that picture.
Yeah.
I've been able to meet people that are now really important parts of my life that I can't imagine not being a part of my life. And I feel like I would be extremely empty without it. And all of that is because of music.
Yeah. Cool. And then how about you, Mark?
It's always been a giant part of my life. I think it's just songwriting, and I can't even speak to like what it was that drew me to it because I started writing songs when I was 4 years old. But
So you've just been writing.
I've just been writing. I always joke to myself that I forced myself to become a musician just so I could write better. Because I still don't think of myself as the strongest musician. I think of myself more as a writer.
Okay.
But that's just always the part of it that I've been obsessed with, just songwriting, the craft of songwriting. Just, how people do it, studying songwriters. I mean, and again, mostly in the pop context, but like just from an early age, being obsessed with Neil Diamond of all people, being obsessed with the Beatles, just trying to figure out what they did and how they did it, and just and then when I became a songwriter, that allowed me to deal with anything or cope with anything in life that came to me that was hard or difficult or traumatic. I could always channel it into a song, and then it wasn't sad anymore. It wasn't traumatic anymore. All of a sudden, whatever I was upset about, I was happy about because I'm like, well, check out the song. Now I'm demoing it. Now I'm sharing with people. Listen to this, listen to that. So always being able to just turn the hardest moments in my life into like some kind of art that I was proud of, and then in a way thankful that I even went through the thing.
even if it was a painful event to go through.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll agree with that. I mean, as far as the hero part, I found these guys. It made me want to be a better musician, which made me intrinsically need to be healthy. So, like, because of you guys, I've lost 100 pounds since last year this time.
Yeah.
Because I had to keep
it gives
up
you a
with these
purpose.
crazy musicians.
Yeah. Yeah. It does
So
that.
yeah, that helped kind of save me too.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Well, if you don't have anything else, thank you so much for taking the time to sit and chat with me. And I don't know.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. Yes.
We can plug one more thing. We have our next show this coming Friday, and at the mill
in
So
Aspen.
that's this role. Is that going to be next Friday? Because this won't come out till next month.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, then never mind.
February.
Strike that.
Strike
February,
that.
Yeah, it's February.
So the next
20th.
show is
It's-
March 14th.
The next one after that is the
No,
we have one
the
at
next show will be
halftime.
March 27th.
You mean February?
February 27th.
February
Is that-
27th.
Okay.
Is that after?
Delaware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So February 27th will be our next show.
And where's that at?
Halftime.
Halftime.
And in
Newark,
Newark.
Delaware.
Newark, Delaware.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Very easy to get.
All right, well, check them out, shatteredfigures.com. You can get all their information, I'm sure, and follow them and all that fun stuff. And their album, 12. Check that out. And this artwork, I love it. So it's been nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Until next time, keep creating, keep connecting, and keep building together. Remember, we're in this together, so let's keep each other's shine alive.